Okay, finally. I finally found the right angle. This is Monk Nalaka, and I'm going to demonstrate to you how to sit in various skillful postures that have been used for thousands of years by yogis and meditation masters in India, in China, in Korea, in Vietnam, in Taiwan, in Tibet, and nowadays in Western countries like America. And then I'll also share with you two types of breathing techniques. One is a conscious respiration, and the other technique is effortless respiration. And as I'll explain later, most people actually need the intentional respiration technique because most people are stressed out. Most people breathe too shallow and not deeply enough from their abdomen, from the diaphragm. Most people breathe like superficially and too fast. Also, a lot of people breathe through their mouth, and that's not skillful, and it's harmful. It affects your sleep. It even affects your immune system. And for more information on that, read James Nestor's book, Breath, The Lost Science of Breathing. I believe that's the title, or something along those lines. James Nestor, his book about breathing, epic, New York Times bestseller. Now I'll go right into asanas, the Sanskrit term for postures. I'll begin with the full lotus, known as Padmasana. This is the most difficult posture, so I'll begin with this, and then I'll go down in degrees of difficulty to the most basic way of sitting in a cross-legged posture. The full lotus ought to be done with either leg dominant, like this, with the heel close or touching your abdomen, and then bringing the other leg up like this, also touching the abdomen. And this is the full lotus. See that? Both toes pointing downward, like that. This is the full lotus, Padmasana. As you can see, my back is straight. And guess what? No cushion. If you need a cushion, that's fine. You always want 3 points, a tripod effect, a triangle. 3 points, butt and both knees touching the floor or whatever surface you are sitting upon. I'll use a cushion just so you can see. I don't need it. My knees are touching with the cushion. Remove the cushion, my knees are touching. That means my hips are open. And this is exactly what you need for a full lotus. Your hips must be able to open almost completely. It took me several years to be able to do this, so don't worry. Most people can't do it, and that's okay. For those who do want to use the full lotus, this is how you do it properly without damaging your ankles, cutting out circulation, and creating problems in your joints and tendons, etc. So, once again, both toes pointing downward like that. If you can't do this, then you are not sitting in the full lotus properly. And you can switch. This is left leg dominant, full lotus. Now, you'll see the right leg dominant, full lotus. Again, you can do that, then it's proper. You can sit in this posture for 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 15 minutes. What matters is the quality of meditation. What really matters is relaxing. In the beginning, it's difficult to relax in any cross-legged posture because most people, especially Westerners, sit in chairs. They sit on the couch potatoes, being too sedentary and not being mobile enough. After all, we are mobile creatures like other animals. We are designed, in a sense, to move, to be active. So when you sit properly so that you can relax. You can even sit in a chair, and I'll show you what that's like at the end of the video. So this is full lotus. It's easy to go from the full lotus to the half lotus. Just take one leg and place it under the other leg. 3 points. Now, the cushion does help for me with the half lotus. See, the same dynamics, toes pointing downward. Left leg dominant, half lotus. Quarter lotus, take the foot off of the thigh, the quads, and place it right here on top of the calf. See, there's the calf muscle, place it there. Don't do this, by the way. I see a lot of people with the foot like that, bent. That's bad. You almost want it straight, like this. You should be able to move your toes like this. Now, if I do this, if I sit like that, cutting off circulation. Half lotus properly is like this, remember? Big difference. Then bring it down, half lotus to quarter lotus. Toes facing forward, more straight than before. This is quarter lotus. We went from the full lotus to the half lotus, and now quarter lotus, and now we'll go to the Burmese, so-called Burmese posture. Both legs on the floor or the surface, in this case the bed, like that. Hips are open. If you have stiff hips, if your hips are like this, which is okay, most people meditate like this in the beginning and use a cushion. Now, much better. 3 points. Buttocks, both knees. Now from this posture, the so-called Burmese posture, I'll demonstrate the Siddhasana. Siddha means mastery, completion, accomplishment. And it is the preferred posture for yogis, namely because it's great for celibacy and moving the energy that is normally experienced and channeled and released through the genitals. That's why this posture is so good, because around the taint region, the perineum for us men, around the yoni for women, the vaginal region, the heel goes here. And there's a corresponding place in both sexes. So for us men, you put the heel in the taint, right around the perineum, under the testes. And then this is Ardha Siddhasana, a simpler form of the traditional Siddhasana, by the way. As you can see, this foot, without showing too much and keeping things private, as they should be in the video, you can see and imagine where this heel is, and then place this foot, the heel, directly in front of the heel of the left foot. So there's an alignment here, see? Alignment. All the energy now is being stimulated and forced to flow upward. In the beginning, you may even have some strange sensations. You may want to giggle or laugh, or you may feel awkward, like I'm not used to pressure around my anal region, and that's okay. It's not normal for people to sit like this, but after some time, you will feel comfortable, and it's okay if you feel discomfort. It's okay if you feel arousal. On a few occasions when I first sat in the Siddhasana, I had an erection. I was like, oh, this is different. And I kept meditating, I ignored it. Still an erection. So I had to sit there for a while until the erection went away, and then I got up and went about my business. So this is part of discovering your body and how it can be experienced in different ways, and how you can sit and breathe in various ways to tame the mind and train the body for much deeper work that I won't even go into in this video. Now it's about 10 minutes long. So I'll end this video with 2 breathing techniques, and I'll continue to sit in this Ardha Siddhasana. But I'll go ahead and show you briefly the traditional Siddhasana. The only difference is this foot, the right foot, sits inside between the calf and the quad of the left leg. So I raise up like this, and with my left heel, I'm finding the perineum, the taint. Here is the perineum, the taint region. I'm sitting down with the left heel stimulating that region. And then as you can see with this right foot slipped in between the calf of the left leg and the quad of the left leg as a sandwich here. This is traditional Siddhasana. You can sit holding the Jnana Mudra, or with your palms facing downward on your knees, or palms open and no Jnana Mudra, or traditional Dhyan, concentration mudra, around the ring of eternity, the navel region. That's an interesting region here. There's a lot of heat, lots of energy flowing in this region. Science has yet to unravel what's taking place energetically in the sacral region, the navel region, the heart region, the throat, what the ancient Indians called chakras, energy centers. Science will catch up one day. But there's definitely a lot to be discovered about this mind and body complex. And so now that I'm sitting with the Dhyana Mudra in the Siddhasana, the posture of mastery or accomplishment, I'll show you two different techniques. One is intentional respiration. Inhale for 5 seconds, exhale for 5 seconds. Thus your respiration is harmonized. Most people don't even know that they're breathing chaotically and not deeply. So when you breathe deeply, you'll see when you inhale, your abdomen expands. When you exhale, your abdomen shrinks. I'm exaggerating the movement so you'll know what it looks like and feels like. 4, 5, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can inhale for 4 seconds and exhale for 4 seconds. 4 to 5 seconds is optimal. On the exhalation, your parasympathetic nervous system is activated, your blood pressure decreases. The inhalation is the sympathetic nervous system, and that's why when people hyperventilate, they get excited, blood pressure increases, arouses fear and anxiety, amygdala, and so on. It's very complicated. So you always want to breathe deeply as a modern citizen with all of the stress we're dealing with from our gadgets, from TV, from the drama that is surrounding us on a daily basis. You can't go wrong with spending all day learning how to breathe intentionally for 4 to 5 seconds on the inhalation and the exhalation. I hope all of this is not too advanced, and I will repeat any point that anyone would like to have elucidated. Just leave a comment and subscribe for future videos. Lastly is effortless respiration. Just sit and be aware of how breathing is happening. Don't change it, just observe it. You can also combine these techniques. Begin with conscious respiration and then switch over to effortless meditation, or begin with effortless meditation and then switch over to intentional conscious respiration. I have to lean back so you can see me, so forgive my posture. I'm doing this so you can see me, but normally I sit with an almost perfectly straight back. You don't want to be too tense. You don't need to look like an action figure. This is not about showing off. This is a matter of having an optimal mind and body interaction. Harmonizing the mind and body. So a brief recapitulation. I went through the full lotus posture, half lotus posture, the quarter lotus posture, the so-called Burmese posture, one leg in front of the other like this. See, I already switched, it's easy, Burmese, so-called Burmese. One leg in front of the other. Quarter lotus, half lotus, full lotus. There you go. This is Monk Nalaka, and I'll see you for another enlightening episode regarding various techniques such as yoga and qigong and sitting and walking meditation. I have so much that I want to share, and I want to keep these videos short. And I've been away from the camera for a while, so forgive me for any awkwardness and for any lack of clarity. Eventually these videos will become better regarding audio and video quality. Peace and love. Be happy, be well, be free from harm, be free from trouble. May you look after yourself with ease. May all beings enjoy an optimal existence, free from violence, free from harm, free from oppression. May we all awaken to our true nature and live in harmony.